It's Anathea, your Divine Feminine Educator. Welcome. And today in this video, what I want to talk about is the power of your imagination. I've had this aha moment in the last couple of days. I had a coaching session with Libby Smith, and she's pretty darn amazing. And it just opened up some places and spaces in me to really understand that now is the time. We are all going through a journey, but now is the time, at least for me, and everyone's on their own individual journey, but where we're at in this big global process that we're going through. It's really a process, a journey, an awakening, a birthing, a rebirthing, but it's so important to imagine a better future. This is what we are being called to do right now. And I want to explain what this really means and how to do it and really upping your imagination skills. Now, I put this outfit on because I wanted to look a little bit more futuristic, because now is the time for us to really, in our mind's eye, putting on our antennas, opening our ears, opening our eyes, opening our intuition, opening our throat chakra, opening our heart, opening our gut instinct, and healing our sexuality so that we can create a better future. Now, I know, and that not everyone is in the place where I'm at right now. At least in this moment, right now, I'm in a place of, wow, this is my responsibility. This is my job, man, my job to really step into this. It's really an energetic. It's an energetic of keeping my body, keeping my temple in a state where I can lead with love. Now, I've talked about this, choosing love over fear and not hiding in the sand and not being aware of fear or pretending like fear isn't there, but not getting stuck in the fear and using that powerful energy and transforming it and understanding what you really need, what's underneath it to create a better future. Now, you can use your skill and imagination to do that. So let's talk about imagination. Let's talk about imagining a better world. So during lockdown, we've had this implosion. We've seen our world basically crumble before our eyes, correct? And then then we contracted. And I imagine this like we're really in this birthing. Welcome. What I'm talking about is the power of your imagination, to imagine, upping your imagination skills. That's what we're being called to right now, upping your imagination skills to imagine a better future. And this is hard work. Let me tell you, I'm going to show you because I'm going to demonstrate it. Oh my God. It's about voicing and thinking a new world. But right now we're in this dark space. We're in this birthing canal and we can't quite see, and we haven't come to crown yet. And we're needing to they say that you pick your own parents. We need to pick our own world. We need to see, where are we going? Where am I moving towards, right? And you need to use that imagination, use your third eye, use your intuition, so that when you come out, oh, wow, it's everything and more than you ever imagined. So, up and develop. Now is the time to develop your imagination skills. Has anyone ever seen the movie House Sitter? That is such an amazing movie. Now, Hollywood creates these things. They use kind of psychological warfare to paint a pretty picture about, at the end, the guy always comes running after the woman and professes his love, right? So that we get, as women, we get this idea, this delusion and illusion about what love actually is. And real love takes a lot of hard work in this world. Because it's not this world that we've known that's actually leaving behind us was based on fear and separation. And now we're creating a world based on love and connection. But we were programmed that it's supposed to come automatically, and these guys come running after us and we fall magically in love, right? Or they can't live without us, right? No, love needs to be created from deep within. And when you do that, boy, oh boy, then you start attracting real, authentic, true, warm-hearted love into your world. It gets reflected back to you. But let me stay on track. This House Sitter, the movie House Sitter has Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn in it. And if you haven't seen the movie House Sitter, it is really worth watching. I love Goldie Hawn. She's one of my role models because she has a sense of joy in her heart. And in that movie, she literally uses her imagination. Now, you could call her a liar, right? But she really uses her imagination to imagine a world that she wants. And this ending scene with Steve Martin, he comes running after her. She's getting ready to get on a bus and leave town and end the relationship. And he comes running after her because he finally sees that he can't live without her. And this scene shows him working on what she does so well, which is using her imagination skills. And so he's like, and he tries to use his imagination skills. And it's a really great scene. Now, forget about the part that he's chasing after her and the story of, living happily ever after, that programming. What I really want you to look at is how he is stuttering and trying to use his imagination skills to imagine a better future. So, all you have to do is Google House Sitter last scene with Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn, and you'll find that scene. And just look at the way he is trying to up his imagination skills. That's what you really need to do right now. Excuse me. As we create this new world that we're moving towards, we're going there anyway. Let's imagine it forward. Let's imagine it in a positive way. So the problem is, let me read this to you. I Googled this, imagine a better world. Now I want to see what you think about this and what the problem with this is. What's missing in this poem? Can you imagine a better world, one without pain, one without war, one where young men won't go to battle unsure of what they're fighting for? Can you imagine a world like this, one without sickness and disease, one without hospital bills and nurses, one in which we can rest with ease? Can you imagine a world of peace, one without badness, one without crime, one where no longer will you need keys or anyone I can't even speak, anyone fear being robbed all the time? Can you imagine a world where we'll live even forever without death? One where never again will we wonder what we'll do with the days we have left. The truth is, you see, it's not far off. One at which people laugh and scoff. Men can embrace this hope if they try to imagine a better world in God's eyes. So I got that off the internet. And I found it interesting because it's not using your imagination. It's actually, and this is what we do, is we see very easily, when we use our words, we see very easily what's wrong. So imagine a world without pain, without war. Well, what about imagine a world with peace and with love? See, we don't, and my example is, like, for example, stop carrying the burdens on your shoulders. Well, that's what we're using the words to describe something negative instead of be lighter. And somehow the description, we get more connected to the idea of no longer carry the burdens on your shoulders, instead of the idea of imagine becoming lighter and brighter, carefree and worry-free. Speaking the words, and even worry-free is the word worry. See, so we're always talking about the negative to create our future. What I want to challenge you is to up your imagination skills and up your voice box to imagine a world, a positive, better world, without using negative terms. So I have a weight on my shoulders instead of that. I am lighter. I am brighter. I am open-hearted and free. That has a higher vibration. All right. So what else did I want to say? So use the word, getting used to using the word imagine. Imagine a world where amazing opportunities come your way. Imagine an amazing world where synchronicities happen all the time, One time I was in Tahoe and we were up at the top floor. There was a restaurant. It was closed at the time. And there was just another, I was with my honey man and there was another couple there, but I wasn't really paying attention to them. We were all looking kind of at this map of Lake Tahoe, and there was this beautiful scene of Lake Tahoe, and we're all kind of veering over the scenery and over this map. And I look over because energetically I was drawn to this woman. And I look over and my DNA starts clicking, my memory banks start clicking. And I say, Miss Chambers? It was my 7th grade sex ed teacher and gymnastics coach. She hadn't aged hardly any, and I hadn't seen her in who knows what, 40 years? Maybe 50? No, 40 years, I guess. I'm guessing. Not as good with math. And it was so beautiful. She brought up so many, she was such a beautiful mentor to me. And she was such a bright light. And she was such a rebel. And that was such a beautiful time in my life. And I hadn't really seen her since. Hey, Shazadi, good to see you here. And so it was just really beautiful imagining synchronicities. Imagine, I mean, we're up there. All of a sudden, the world brought me together with a woman that was my mentor as I was a little girl, a little flowering girl in puberty. And all of a sudden, I see her again. And then we have this beautiful conversation where she's exactly as she used to be. And I get to experience her as an adult. A cool lady, open-hearted, open-minded, a rebel at heart. And it was really beautiful to just experience that. So the universe really brought us together during that time period. I have something in my throat. I apologize. So let's step into this future in a new way with open ears, open heart, open mind, open tuition. Get our antennas on and start tuning in to start tuning in to what's coming your way in a positive way. So start using the word imagination. Imagine. So let me practice my imagination skills with you. Envisioning, use the word imagination to envision a better world. So don't use new world because it's like new world order, clamp down, right? No. Imagine, use your imagination and up your imagination skills to create a better world. So let me try it. Imagine a world where healthcare is wellness care, where you go to the doctor and the doctor is asking you, how are you doing emotionally? Or the doctors of the future understand the energy systems of the body and understand the energy systems of emotions and understand that if you have liver problems, you have rage problems, you have anger problems. They can actually see your aura and understand where the blocks in your body are. Now, we do need analytical doctors, and it's beautiful what we have in ways of being able to do surgery to fix broken bones. That is so powerful. But on the emotional level, imagine a world, the doctors of the future that are there to really support you in being more emotionally awake. Imagine a world where food is abundant. I'm talking about healthy food. So this is what I'd like to imagine. Imagine a world where let's say you're living in an apartment, you just slide your window open and you have all of these greens right in your windowsill. They somehow magically grow. There's some new technology where growing vegetables and growing fruit is easy and growing grain is super easy. Or you have everybody. Imagine a world where everybody, no matter where you're living, that the technology is such that it's so easy for us to grow and have our own gardens. Imagine a world where every morning you get up and you walk on Mother Earth because you're walking through your garden of food that you've grown for yourself and your family. Imagine a world where energy is free. You don't have to pay PG&E or whatever other electrical utility company. That it's just free, that you've plugged into this beautiful source of energy that brings you light where there is darkness. And imagine, that leads me right to abundance. Imagine a world where money is abundant, or there's some type of a system of abundance, and it's everywhere and everybody's enjoying it. You see, money is simply energy. And so when that free energy comes, free energy is going to be flowing. Abundance is flowing everywhere, and everybody's tapped into it. Imagine a world where our relationships are supportive to each other. Now, I'm going to backtrack here a little bit and notice the difference. Imagine a world where there is no power struggles. See, we don't need to say that. Imagine a world where there is ease and flow in relationships, where you have deep understanding of each other. And actually, when you do encounter conflict, that it's easy to be able to work through them because you've developed emotional awareness skills. Imagine a world where you understand your emotions, where you understand that when you are having challenging emotions, that you're able to easily understand what's underneath those emotions, and you're able to work through them. Imagine a world where you can transform negative emotions easily to positive emotions and your empowerment. Imagine a world where you close your eyes and you're immediately connected to your third eye. So these two eyes allow you to see the world. But imagine closing your eyes and being able to see the world in a new way through your third eye because you're connected to your higher guidance. Yes, imagine a world where you can communicate your needs easily. Imagine a world where you feel heard and understood. And lastly, imagine a world where our sexuality is our vitality. Imagine a world where our sexuality is heart-centered and we actually make love with each other. Imagine a world where sexuality is sacred, where sexuality is heart-centered, where sexuality is just not something that's just stuck below the belt, but it's actually moving through our heart and our whole body. And that's how we connect with each other on this beautiful energy level of full body awareness. So I'm going to leave you with that imagining. What kind of world do you want to imagine moving forward? What type of world do you want to birth? Now, I am leading a group called Leaders of Love, and I want to invite you to come to Leaders of Love because that's where we will support you in learning and inspire you. And I'm learning along with you. But I am committed and dedicated to this idea of imagining a better world, of imagining, because why not? Here we are. We're in it. We are actually in it. This is the opportunity. I've always wanted a better world. That's why I've done this work. Now is the time. Now is the time. And if you're not in this space, if you're still working through some heavy stuff, that's also going to happen. We're going to dip in and out through this journey. There's going to be contractions. There's going to be waves. We're in a birthing process. But in addition, I want to support you in upping your imagination skills. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to start having a lot of fun with that. Imagine a world that's super colorful and bright. Pay attention to the colors that you have around you in your world, because they will work on your consciousness, becoming brighter and becoming lighter. Click the link either above or below and join Leaders of Love. If you enjoyed this video, please share it so that we can all imagine a better world. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.